Since the start of the modern four-stroke era of MotoGP, Suzuki has perhaps one of the most diverse field of riders of any manufacturer, especially of a Japanese manufacturer. Some of the absolute fan favorites rise through the ranks. This is where you get your daily dose of motorsports adrenaline. So do subscribe to Fervent Motorsports to make sure you're not a slowpoke. Without wasting much time, let's get started with 5 best drivers who we think have ever raced for Suzuki. Number 5. Sylvain Gintoli. He was referred to as the third man of Suzuki's race team in the recent years. But the former World Superbike champion Gintoli's contribution to the team has been heralded by their racers for quite some time. He's an excellent test rider who partnered with an equally talented Dr. Tom O'Kane in their team. He has driven and helped in the development of the GSX-RR, both in testing and in occasional wildcard appearances. 9 times a Suzuki replacement rider or wildcard, Gintoli has never had a particularly strong race for the team, but that does not take away the incredibly strong contributions that he's made for Rins and Mir in particular. At number 4, we have Maverick Vinales. Vinales is the first of the then team boss Davide Brivio's highly successful experiment at spotting talent in Moto2. Vinales' early promotion to MotoGP was an inspired step for a brand new team. In just his second year with them, he was a huge success and he won the race in Silverstone, finishing 4 times on the podium and ended up 4th in the championship overall. And he established himself as one of the top riders in the field. In fact, he was so happy in the team that he since admitted regretting to move away from them to Yamaha, a switch that eventually flamed out in 2021. Had he stayed where he was, it's not hard to imagine that Mir might not have been Suzuki's first champion. Chris Vermeulen. Fresh off a runners-up spot in the World Superbike Championship, Suzuki took a punt on the Australian Vermeulen in 2006 and went on to forge one of their strongest partnerships in MotoGP. Staying with them for 4 years, he was even a 7-time podium finisher, including in his rookie season. But the biggest prize came in 2007 when he handed Suzuki the thing that no one else was able to: a race victory. This came after a brave drive in the wet at Le Mans, and it stood as the team's sole triumph of MotoGP until Vinales showed up and started a new wave of success in 2016. At number 2, we have Alex Rins. Rins made his debut directly from Moto2 to MotoGP in 2017. It was a bold decision at the time, especially as he got the nod over Moto2 champion Johan Zarco. But 6 years on, the bold decision is one that Rins has rewarded Suzuki for with 3 wins and 15 podiums. Of course, he's also had well-documented battles with consistency, something that has arguably cost him the chance to fight the title, given that he's faster than current teammate Mir when it comes to their respective peak. It's a huge shame that he looks to have sorted himself out just in time to go job hunting, but he's still got the potential to end the year on a high. At number 1, we have none other than Joan Mir. It's obviously impossible to put the 2020 champion anywhere other than first place on this list, given what he managed to do despite the odds being stacked against him en route to securing Suzuki's first title since Roberts did all the way back in 2000. Yet there's something more understated about his win, something that is very much in line with the Spaniard's character, because his title may be not regarded as highly as other titles. That's partly because of when he did it, winning a bizarre and shortened season largely held behind closed doors at the height of the coronavirus pandemic. It's also partly because the way he won. He took only a single victory, but he ensured that consistency was the strongest weapon in his arsenal. But the reality is that Mir simply knew when to push and when to play it safe. An incredibly talented rider and one hell of a demon late breaker. Perhaps the one good piece of news about Suzuki's departure is that we'll get to see him on a machine that might be more suited to his style. And as a result, he'll probably back up his Suzuki wins with plenty more. Who do you think we missed out from this list? And who would you like to see in place of Suzuki if Suzuki choose to leave? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, stay tuned to Fervent Motorsports for more updates.